Alright, so we're here in Cataclysm Classic during the Midsummer Fire Festival, which just started 2 or 3 days ago, and it's the greatest time to level your characters up if you're planning to get to level 85 to get ready for Mists of Pandaria. The Midsummer Fire Festival offers you all kinds of quests at all these flames, and you just visit the flame, you turn in the quest, you get a bunch of experience. You can also dance on the ribbon pole, and this will give you a buff that increases your experience gain as well. The longer you dance around the pole, the longer the buff lasts. And what I'm doing, which makes this so good, is I'm sitting in my random dungeon finder queue, and while I wait for the queue to pop so I can go into the dungeon, get a load of experience in the dungeon, I'm just going to be flying around all the different zones, visiting all the different fire festivals, so I have no downtime, gaining a buttload of experience all the time. And on top of that, we can use all these to gain reputation with our guild. One of the greatest ways to gain guild reputation is doing quests, and all these fire festivals count as quests. And the guild reputation is important because when you get to friendly reputation, you can get the Inherited Cape of the Black Baron heirloom. It gives you 5% increased experience gain. And if you get all the way up to revered, you can get the helmet heirloom. And there's like a intellect one and a strength one and a whatever for all the different classes. And the helmets give you 10% XP, and you get those at revered with your guild reputation. Now, if you go around and do all the Fire Festival quests in Eastern Kingdoms, Kalimdor, Outland, and Northrend, you will go from 0 guild reputation to revered. So you complete this, you'll unlock both of your heirlooms. An important step, though, to get all that reputation is to make sure when you hit friendly with your guild, you go and you go to your main town and you go to the guild vendor and you buy the illustrious guild tabard. It's kind of like the one I have right now, just a lower level version that increases your guild reputation gains. And then when you hit honored with your guild reputation, you go back to that guy and you buy the renowned guild tabard that further increases your guild reputation gains. And if you do those right when you hit friendly and right when you hit honored, the flames all around the world will give you enough guild reputation to make it all the way to revered. Right, so that's great. I'd recommend also getting an add-on like Questie, because it will mark the Fire Festival locations on your map. You can see here, I just did the 2 in Hellfire Peninsula, and I'm going to fly all the way up to Netherstorm, and I can see these 2 green exclamation points. That's where I'm going to find the Fire Festivals there. Then I'll cycle over to Blazed's, Zangar, Nagrand, and Shadowmoon Valley. And before I'm done with all that, probably my dungeon queue will pop. I'll go into the dungeon, crank out the dungeon, get experience there, and then when I'm done with the dungeon, re-queue for the next dungeon and continue with my Fire Festival thing. Simon Eyes from the future here. What I forgot to mention is the Joyous Journeys 50% experience buff that's active right now, but will go away on July 1st when the Mists of Pandaria pre-patch comes out. So it'll be much slower to level up your characters after the pre-patch comes. So you want to get on it right now with Joyous Journeys and Midsummer Fire Festival active if there's any characters you want to level up to get ready for Mists of Pandaria. You talk very fast, says Zeke Wow. Yes, well, sometimes when I am trying to make something that I know I'm going to put up onto YouTube, I try to cover a lot of bases really quickly to keep the YouTube audience engaged and keep you guys engaged too and explain what's going on. So here we are in the Stonecore. I got the basic gist of what we're doing, the whole process. So we're going to grind through the Stonecore to see how much experience we get. Let's see. Let me move this over here. What do we got for a tank? Paladin tank. Set focus on the tank. Do instant poison off. Wait, no, I want deadly and instant. Instant main hand, deadly offhand. There we go. Cool. Do you know about the banners you can place down? Oh, the guild banners. Yeah, I don't have access to those. I wasn't sure exactly what I needed to do to gain access to guild banners. That's another way that you can improve your guild reputation gains. I think experience gains too. But I don't know about those. I think it requires some achievement. to be able to unlock them, not just the guild reputation. Oh, also I have no game sound enabled. Let me fix that. Audio. There we go. Yeah, so this dungeon, we want to get Key to the Endless Chamber off of the first boss. That's pretty good. There's a necklace off of Ozruk. Let's see. There's a dagger off of Slabhide, and I don't think the last boss has anything for us, but most of these bosses have a drop that we care about. So this character was kind of like left behind in Wrath of the Lich King. I didn't do a lot. I basically didn't play this character during Cataclysm up until now. So most of my gear is like old Icecrown Citadel gear. Ikthyr's Sack of Wonder, Cultist Blood-Soaked Shoulders. Oh, we're stunned. Cat Burglar's Grips. We got 2 pieces of Darkbrand that's crafted leatherworking gear. Stuff like this. Comet's Trail. We did get some weapon upgrades. Toxidunk Dagger and Heavy Geode Mace. Those are probably the most impactful items that you can get for a like returning characters. Like get some weapon upgrades, especially on a rogue. Alright, here's first boss, Corborus. We want to see Key to the Endless Chamber drop. That's what we want to see. Tricks of the Trade, my tank. Putting up a Revealing Strike. Makes my Eviscerate hit harder when I go to do Eviscerate. So that's good. Another big Eviscerate. Didn't crit that time. Unlucky. Oh, this is overall damage. I want current segment. There we go. We look a lot better on current segment than overall. I was yapping too much at the start. Vamp, hello. How's it going? Yeah, so all my rogue characters, I've been leveling them up as combat. Glyphs like this and talents like this. Just because I'm doing primarily dungeon grinding, and Blade Flurry is really strong in a dungeon. The Blade Flurry is different than it was in all the previous versions of Classic WoW. It's no longer a 2-minute cooldown in Cataclysm. It's a toggle, like you just turn it on and turn it off whenever you want. So you can do 2-target cleave for as long as there are 2 targets, which is really, really strong and powerful. The downside is when you have Blade Flurry active, you get a little bit reduced energy generation. Dang it, we did not get the right trinket. I just got stupid cloth gloves. Hopefully someone actually needs those. Alright, what are we doing? Going? Mage is here. Mage is here. Paladin is this guy. Oh, the healer is drinking. Okay. Got a cool looking staff. It's got heirloom shoulders, heirloom helm. Maybe he doesn't know, but I'm pretty sure, I've been told at least, that these lower level heirlooms stop giving experience benefit when you outlevel their level range. And this guy's level 82, but he's still using them. Maybe he was using them and he just hasn't found a better item. That could also explain it. Here, look at Big Blade Flurry. Killing Spree. And we just get to cleave for the full duration of this pack. No 15-second burst window. And then as soon as it's down to one mob, I turn off the Blade Flurry, so my energy regen is as much as it can be. That makes for pretty good damage. Ooh, where did these guys come from? Alright, next boss has a dagger, I believe. Quicksilver something or other. Would be better than the Toxidunk dagger that I've got right now. One, two, three, then Slice and Dice, then Revealing Strike, Adrenaline Rush. If I hit a 3-point Slice and Dice first, it lines up a lot of my Eviscerates with higher levels of Combat Insight, so I think that's a good sequence to do when I'm opening up on a target. That maybe should have been a 5-point Slice and Dice instead of a Eviscerate into a 1-point slice. So with this character, when I first picked it up when it was level 80, I went to Halls of Lightning, and I just soloed Halls of Lightning a couple of times to get from 82 all the way up to 83. And it was very good experience per hour, and I got a lot of Frostweave Cloth, I got a lot of greens, Crystallized Fire, Crystallized Water, Crystallized Air. I made a considerable amount of gold while doing that, so it was like a really clean, efficient XP farm to just solo Halls of Lightning. Oh, they want to... Okay, never mind. They want... I was gonna go and sap one of them so they could skip it, but I guess they don't want to do that. I didn't communicate clearly that that's what I was going to do, but I thought they were hesitating, waiting for me to do exactly that. Oh well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, I think I never visited the trainer to get redirect. Redirect lets me... when I'm changing target, lets me pull my combo points from the previous target and put them onto the new target instead of just losing them. So, good ability to have. Not like super duper important, but definitely nice when you find good places to use it. Like I would have used it right there, changing target between those two flayers. Do the fires in Azeroth also give scaling XP, or are those ones bad? No, all the fires across all the zones are, to my knowledge, the same. They all give scaling experience. If you're higher level, like they'll give you a fixed percentage of your level, no matter what level you are. So if you're higher level, you know, you get more raw experience, but it's the same percentage of the level. Because the higher levels require more experience, right? Does that make sense? All the fires across all the zones are good. And you want to visit the 3 enemy faction capital cities also. They have like special fires where you pick up the flame from the city and then you take it back to your primary city and you get like a boatload of experience. It's like a big quest. Now also, when you do all of the fires, you will get a bunch of gold for turning in the quests. If you do it on a max level character, you'll get over 3,000 gold for doing every single fire quest and visiting all the zones, which is a lot of gold. But also, you will get these burning blossom things, which are a currency to buy like seasonal items off of the seasonal vendor. And there's like a variety of stuff, but if you're trying to make more gold, there's one in particular thing you should get, which is you should get the Captured Flame, which is a companion pet, a non-combat pet. And last I checked on my server, it was selling for like 3,000 gold, which probably, like, as the Midsummer Fire Festival go on and more people get them, it's almost certainly going to go down. But as soon as the Fire Festival is over, they're going to start going up in price because you can't get them again until next year. So my plan is going to be to buy as many of those Captured Flame guys as I can and just squirrel them away on a bank alt. And if I run out of gold at some point, I'll be able to cash those in for hopefully a good chunk of change. So that's what I'm definitely spending my Burning Blossoms on. Good. Oh, I was looting those Ember Silk cloths. Alright, boss time. We got our Fire Festival ribbon dance going. Guild champion reputation gains. Joyous Journeys. This ends July 1st. So I think it's best, if you want to level up a character, it's best to do it now. And instead of waiting for July 1st, because Joyous Journeys will go away. What the hell? Killing Spree bugged out. It was supposed to jump me right back onto the boss, but I just hit it. It went on cooldown and it didn't do anything. Stupid. Out. Back in. How long would you say it takes to get to 85 from level 1 with the XP boost? I don't know. I didn't level a character from level 1 to 85 right now. So I don't know a raw hour estimate, and of course it's going to vary depending on like how hardcore and how focused you play. Like if you spend a lot of time with professions or just milling around doing other stuff versus being like turbo focused on leveling, you're going to have a really big difference in the number of hours. But what I can say is right now, with all the XP events, XP buffs and events that are going on between Joyous Journeys and Midsummer, now is the time to do it. If you're looking for like the shortest amount of time, it's now. Alright, so he didn't drop the necklace I wanted. Slabhide didn't drop the dagger I wanted. First boss didn't drop the trinket I wanted. Real unfortunate. Maybe last boss has good loot for me, but I don't remember off the top of my head if the last boss has any good items. But either way, we'll do Stonecore. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Forgot to get the Twilight documents off of the ground near the worm boss. Okay, so when we kill the boss, I'll teleport out of dungeon, teleport back to dungeon. I'll run in, get the documents. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is a problem. If a mage immobilizes a mob, it will target the nearest person in melee range, or like the highest threat person in melee range. So mage immobilizes a mob and the tank is running around like crazy. I almost died because all the mobs just turned to me and hit me. It's very dangerous for mage to immobilize. I think it's generally better if they like slow with Blizzard and Kite, because then the mobs don't have that change in behavior. They don't endanger the melee damage dealers in the group. Whoopsies. Nope.
Witness the power.
Wait. Yes. Got him that time. Now, she does have a damage shield on right now, so I can't do much. However, I also can't do much to a giant AoE thing. The mages are just going to handle that anyways. Oh, shit. Oh, I didn't move fast enough, but it didn't actually one-shot me. I'm pretty sure that'll usually one-shot you on heroic mode if you get hit by the tossing boulder mechanic thing during this phase. That's when you're supposed to move out of. What professions are rogues taking in MoP? Well, I'm taking engineering and tailoring on one character, and engineering inscription on another, and engineering leatherworking on another.
For my death, countless
Tear of Blood, intellect trinket,
burden.
strength, mastery, parry, sword. Yep, okay, so neither of those are any good. Greed roll both of those. Let's go teleport out of dungeon, and then we'll teleport back into dungeon. I don't really know or care what the best profession, the theoretically best profession is for PvE performance. I've spent a lot of time playing Classic WoW, and what I will say is, you know, a 1% difference in a simulator or spreadsheet or theoretical difference between this or that option, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't really reflect in your actual raid performance, whether you choose option A or B when they're differentiated by a small amount in a theoretically perfect situation. I'm just gonna pick professions that are cool and have a variety to them, instead of, like, being like, oh my god, the simulator said this profession is 0.4% better, so I have to re-roll my entire profession for 8,000 gold. Click to complete quest. There we go. Okay, now we're good. Now we can leave instance group. Or should we try to re-queue with this healer? Random Cataclysm dungeon, find group. Wait, can I not queue as group? Is this... Oh, he left. Leave... Hang on. Leave queue. Leave instance group. Okay. Back to the Burning Crusade. And hit the... Random Cataclysm dungeon. Perfect. We were going up to Netherstorm to get the Netherstorm fires. So those are here and here. So I want to go approximately like that. Good. I'm hearing the cloak proc lined up with other cooldowns is the play. Was just curious. Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I'm not going to put a lot of stake in it. Like, all the crafting professions give you strong benefits that are very close to each other in their, like, raw stat gain. You know, the tailoring one is a proc, the engineering one is an active, all the others are pretty much passive stats. One is, like, primary stats, one can be secondary stats, but they're all, like, pretty close to equivalent amount of stats. Engineering has just always been the best for, you know, basically every version of Classic, so I just had that on my characters already. And also, engineering comes with a lot of other convenience things of, like, portable mailbox, you know, wormholes to help your character teleport around and travel faster. So there's a lot of upside to engineering. Boom, look at that. 76,000, 38,000. Now we go to Blade's Edge. We go approximately this direction. Jeeves is the entire reason for engineering. I don't know. I mean, I never crafted Jeeves in Wrath of the Lich King. Because, like, when I went to craft Jeeves, I looked at the material cost for crafting it. And I was like, man, I could make like 300 scrap bots for the cost of one Jeeves. And I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to put scrap bots in my inventory and not worry about crafting a giga expensive Jeeves robot. The bank access? I don't think the bank access is that important. What are you doing now for farming gold? Still at Vicious sets. Yes, Vamp. We sold about 150 PvP crafted items over the weekend. So that was pretty good. Did I miss one? No, I'm going this way. Oh, that's a blue. I gotta look for the green. Okay, which is here and here. Yeah, sold about 150 vicious PvP items between tailoring, leatherworking, jewel crafting, all those professions coming together to craft the high-level PvP gear, and sold it over the weekend. Sold some other stuff too, like the illusory bags, the 26 slot bags from a tailor. Those were selling for a decent profit margin as well. And I intend to make gold a pretty similar way in Mists of Pandaria, because I believe similar conditions will be present. The reason the crafted vicious PvP gear, the 277 item level stuff, sells right now in Cataclysm is because it's one of the like cheapest, easiest, fastest ways to boost your character's average item level. And you need a high average item level to be able to use the random dungeon finder. Like to queue your Twilight Protocol heroic dungeons, and even when I'm doing these dungeons, Stonecore and Vortex Pinnacle, they have an item level requirement, and when I level up to 84, Lost City of Tolvir and the other things, they all have item level requirements, and people want to get into the highest tier of dungeon as fast as possible so they can get the best rewards that exist in that highest tier of dungeon. So they want to buy these like shortcut items, these vicious PvP items, to just jack up their item level, even though the item themselves might not be very good for dungeoning or raiding. So there's a really big demand for this, because a lot of people want to, you know, skip the line, skip some of the gearing process, and jump ahead. That's what I'm doing right now with 277 item level vicious stuff. And in Mists of Pandaria, it will be 450 item level contender gear, made by leatherworkers and tailors and blacksmiths. It'll be great. Did I say the wrong thing? First, vicious is 377, and the other thing is the higher level. Said 277. Right. Yeah, so that's what I intend to do. Like, I've got a lot of different characters, so I've got access to blacksmithing, I've got access to tailoring, leatherworking. I'm gonna have at least one of every profession on a level 80 character. Alright, Tricks of the Trade my tank, put up Blade Flurry, go in here, hit a little bit, got my green insight level, do a killing spree. Big damn. Alright, we got the quest here. Remember, this character leveled up in, whatchamacallit, in Halls of Lightning. I haven't done a Blackrock Caverns yet on this character, so I've got all the quests to do for this dungeon. So each dungeon run is going to be a big boost of XP for me. Like, look, we're almost going to hit 84. We might not even make it back to Stonecore or Vortex Pinnacle a single time. Because we're going to hit 84 before this dungeon's over. And then we'll be able to go to Grim Batol, Lost City, and I forget what the last one is. Oh, we gotta back out of this. I could stay in and use Feint to reduce my damage taken and probably live it. But we'll just play it safe. Bro, he's so annoying because he like chains this mechanic 2 times in a row. Alright, he's dead. What do we get? Not the ring. We did not get the ring here. 80 or 90. I don't know exactly what you were asking that about, Vamp. But Mr. Pandaria is level 90. I started leveling this character at level 80. You know, from Wrath of the Lich King. The profession alts. They're all going to be level 85 by the time Mr. Pandaria comes out. Oh yeah, click to complete. Good. And then we get the next stage of the quest. We can actually do all of them in one run, I believe. I just have to double back to the front really quickly after Karsh Steelbender. $1,000, 122,000 experience here. Now, when we hit 84, I'm not sure. Should I keep queuing Random Dungeon Finder to try to get another Stonecore where I can do more Stonecore quests? Or should I just specific queue the high-level dungeons? Because I could do that too. If I specific queue the high-level dungeons, we get better gear. Like, all the drops are just higher eye level. I think I'll specific queue the high-level dungeons. Mostly for the gear angle. To try to get better items. To progress into the Twilights. Good.
Heretics, you will suffer for this interruption.
Oh, time to do the boss. No killing spree available right now because we used it on the previous pack. That's okay. We're kind of blasting. Oh, there's another rogue in this group. They might roll on the same stuff as me. Grace of the Herald? Nope. Strength, Stamina, Mastery, Ring. Unlucky. That boss can drop a good trinket. Man, not very good loot luck so far. We've gone past, what, 5 items that could have dropped that would be good for me between this dungeon and the previous one. None of them have dropped so far. It's unlucky. Alright, Tricks of the Trade, Blade Flurry up. 59 out of 60 loot luck. Man, we'll complete the if we get into a Dragon Soul tomorrow on my main, we'll complete the legendary daggers. I'm debating though whether I want to try to set up what I could do is like if I do a bunch of extra coordination with other people I could get the legendary daggers basically prior to killing Deathwing if I step out of my own raid for like 15 minutes, do some side quest stuff, zone into someone else's raid who already killed Deathwing, loot my quest item, then go back into my raid. I could basically have the legendary daggers after killing Morchok in my raid, and then use them for most of my raid, which would be fun, but requires like this high level of I have to coordinate with someone else who already has a cleared ID, and I have to step out of my raid for a longer period of time. The way that would work is right now I'm at 59 out of 60 Elementium gem clusters. I'd go into my raid, or my pug group that I'm going to clear with, kill Morchok, get 1 gem cluster off of Morchok, or 4 or 5, or however many he drops. Then I'd leave the raid, I'd go to Ravenhold, I'd turn in the gem cluster quest, I would get the quest that requires me to kill Deathwing and loot his jaw fragment. Then I'd portal back to Caverns of Time, and then I would join someone else's raid group that already has Deathwing killed. And the way it works in Cataclysm Classic is if you have the Kill Deathwing quest for the Legendary Daggers, and you zone into an instance where Deathwing is already dead, then the jaw fragment just spawns at the entrance to the instance and you can loot it. So I would go in, loot it, go back out in under a minute so I don't get saved to it. Then I could go back to Ravenhold, turn in the quest, get the Legendary Daggers, portal all the way back to Caverns of Time again, and then join back up with my original raid group that had only killed Morchok so far. But I don't know if I really want to do that, because, like, it just takes so much extra hassle, and I'd have to, like, step out of my raid and have them wait for me for, like, 15 minutes. Sounds too easy to be true. I don't know about easy. Oh, shit, we're going. Okay. I'm a bit behind because I just wasn't on the boss right away. Yep. Okay. Ooh, Steelbender's Masterpiece. We actually do not need that. We're good with the weapons I've got. Alright, so I killed Karsh Steelbender, Blackrock Caverns. Wait. Okay, never mind. I thought... Dang it. I screwed up the sequencing of this quest. There's so many Blackrock Caverns quests to do. I have to go back to the start again. So I'm not gonna be able to do any more quests right now. There we go. There's level 84. New talent available. Let's see. What do I want? Ruthlessness, I think. I've got Deadly Momentum, Lethality. We could get Coup de Grace. Maybe that's probably better than Ruthlessness. Bonus Eviscerate damage. Alright, what do we got here? Beauty's legs. The leather legs that drop from this boss would be direct upgrade over my gangrenous leggings from Icecrown Citadel. Those are a bit old and stinky at this point. Gangrenous, you might even say they are. Put expose armor up. Big armor shred on the boss there. Help me and the other rogue do a lot more damage. Killing spree, boss. I moved away before hitting the killing spree so that none of the small dogs would be in range of the killing spree, so all my killing sprees would hit the boss and not the small dogs. Oh, the legs dropped! Okay, finally getting an item we actually want to see drop. And we won it, too. Yeah, okay, we rolled against the other rogue, but we won the roll. Let's go. Landslide Bracer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this just gets immediately equipped. Yeah, that's looking like an immediate equip type of situation. Oh, I was staring at my item, not the direction in front of me. Okay, there we go. I think a cloak can drop from this boss as well. That we would be interested in. Last boss over here. Can get a cloak. You want to queue with my amazing Boomkin after that one? I'm 84. I decided that I should actually not queue with viewers anymore. Because my viewers are generally above average skill, and it's way funnier when my random dungeon groups are scuffed. And if I'm queuing with people who are good, then the groups aren't scuffed anymore, so it makes it worse content. Yep, that's what I decided. Scuffed group equals good content. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay, cloak. Are we gonna win the roll on this one too? Greed roll that. No, we did not. Clutches of Dying Light. Greed roll that. All right. Twilight Forge, Karsh Steelbender. Good stuff. Okay. We were in the middle of Outland Fires, but now we have to Hearthstone to Dalaran to go to the auction house, so maybe we'll do not Outland anymore. So we gotta buy up some item level. I believe we need to buy up some item level to be able to queue for Tol'vir and Grim Batol. So let's go here. Yeah, I need to get 305 average item level. I'm currently at 291. So just find some cheap items. Not looking for, like, insane, crazy goods, gigabytes upgrades. But we are looking to replace especially some of the lowest item level stuff that I've got equipped. So, gloves are 264. Rings are 277. A trinket. I don't know if I can reasonably replace this trinket, though. Shoulder and chest are 277s, so let's see. Armor, leather, hands. And then do usable, 81 and above. Yeah, 81 and above. We could do 80 and above. Let's see. 306 Bandit. Can we get 312 for 30 gold? Ravenholt of the Zephyr. What is this? Agility, Mastery, Haste at 312 item level. That seems totally fine. And let's go chest armor. Marksman, Stormblast. These are 306s. Here's a 312 of the Monkey. What about of the Marksman? Agility, hit. Yeah, seems good. What's next? Rings. Finger. Here we go. What do we got? 300 eye level, 306, 312 of Wave Crest. Ugh, gross. Intellect. 312 Eagle Landslide. I think that's, yeah, it's a strength one. Whale. Fault Line. Alright, maybe we go for some of the lower eye level ones. I was trying to find some 312s. Storm Blast for 11 gold, 306 eye level. Love that. Seer. Champion. Yeah, it sounds like a strength item. Mercenary, Eagle, Fault Line, Tiger for 40 gold. Alright, we're gonna buy a 300 for the next one. Wave Crest. Nope. I never know what these items actually are until you click on them. The auction house interface is a little sketchy. I don't like not being able to see the stats until I click into the item. Alright, and finally we want a shoulder. 312 Undertow is an intellect item. Bandit 312. There we go. Alright, so we bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items for around 100 gold. That should boost me pretty high. Equip this. Equip that. Oh gosh, I might not be high enough. Look at this. It says 302. Shoulder. 302. Average item level of your equipment. Shoot. I might need something else. What's my highest level cloak? Might be thanks to this being so low item level. And maybe my helmet? I need a better helmet? Geist Lord. I'm pretty sure if I just own the cloak, it will modify my item level. It's only my owned item level that's important, not my equipped item level. Cloak of Beasts. I mean, that's actually a half-decent cloak. 45 gold. It's also the cheapest thing here. So that should help. Helmet. Leather helmet. Monkey helm 300. 306 helm. For 12. There. Hopefully this is good. There's another 50 gold down. 57 gold down. We won't actually equip those items. But we should have, yeah, 308 equipped item level. So, now, Grim Batol, Halls of Origination, and Lost City of Tol'vir are unlocked. We can queue those up, and we'll go back to doing our fire festivals. Let's go back to Outland so we can just, like, finish up Outland. Good. Okay, so we left off, we had hit the ones in Blade's Edge. So I want to go Shadowmoon and then wrap around like that. So let's fly this way, we'll hit Shadowmoon. Shadowmoon, Shadowmoon, Terrokar, Terrokar, Nagrand, Nagrand, Zangar, Zangar, then we're done with Outland. In Nagrand? No, Nagrand. It's, oh god, it's the zone. It's not the game developer. So yeah, I think this is super good. I mean, this system of like, while I'm waiting in the dungeon queue, I just go around and do the fire festivals. What do you get for going to the fires? A buttload of well, not a buttload, but a good chunk of experience. per fire that we visit. Halls of Origination. Oh, someone declined the invite. Kind of want to hit this fire quickly. If the queue is going to pop again, I need to refresh the duration of my ribbon dance. So let's hit this fire here. And then hit the ribbon dance. $96,000 experience. What the hell? That's a lot. Okay. I didn't think it would give... Oh, I'm level 84 now. It gives more experience. Duh. Scales with your level. Alright, and now we're juicing up the duration of the ribbon dance. So we just chill here until it goes to 60. Yeah, look at that. Almost 100,000 for the Horde, the enemy faction fire. In each zone, there's like... or each fire has like a faction associated. It's either Horde or Alliance fire. And the enemy faction fires are worth double the XP of the same faction fires. There we go. 60 minutes on the ribbon dance. Let's keep it moving. Go to the other fire down here. It's just a stupid Alliance fire, so it's only going to be like 48,000 experience or something. Oh, did I not equip gloves? Didn't I buy gloves? Am I crazy? I thought I bought gloves. Fist weapon. Leather. There we go. Yeah, I didn't equip them. I still had the old stupid cat burglars on. There we go.
How are ya? See you soon.
Alright, got them both in Shadowmoon Valley. Terrokar Forest is looking like here and here. I want to make sure I'm pitched just about straight line to the next one. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so what happened to my dungeon queue? It popped a little while ago. Damage dealer declined the queue, and now we're screwed. You actually get decent gold? Yeah. I'm not sure what the total amount is, but look, I got 4.5 for this one, and I got 9 gold for that one. If I was max level, I'd get much more experience or gold because the experience gets converted to gold at like some ratio. I don't get 96,000 gold for doing one. $52 and 25 gold at max level. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if I would do that on a max level character. It's definitely a chill way to make gold. I probably would. Probably should, actually. Because you get the real benefit, I think, is you get the Burning Blossoms, which you can turn into the Captured Flame pet, and then you can sell the Captured Flame pet. On my first character I did this on, I just bought the pet, and then I bought something else, because I didn't realize right away that you could sell the pet. If I realized I could sell the pet, I would have just bought 2 of the pet. Because you get like 720-ish total from doing almost all the fires. Queuing for a Hoon yet for a 403 cloak can start it at 84 if I remember correctly. Let me see. Frost Lord Ahoon. Yeah, we probably should do that today. Yeah, the cloak is really high item level. And we might get some stuff. Satchel of Chilled Goods. Who knows what that is? Alright, to Nagrand. We want to hit the one in the south first. Yeah, right now we're in Dungeon Finder queue. So we'll let this one pop. And then And then we'll probably queue Ahun after that. Man, Nagrand has got to be the best Outland zone for sure. I mean, I think the aesthetic of this zone ranks among like the top zones in the whole game. Nagrand is pretty great, I think. Alright, best aesthetic zone for every expansion. Nagrand, easily, for TBC. Classic aesthetic. I mean, I like Westfall. But that might make me an Alliance Andy. Because it's like an Alliance zone.
Blessings upon you.
Tanaris, Darkshire. Ooh, Darkshire is a good one. That's for sure. Winterspring. I get tilted about Winterspring because there aren't enough graveyards in the zone. And if you die in one place, it's like an 8-minute run back. So while the aesthetic may be nice, I always associate it with being frustrated from dying. Okay, best Wrath of the Lich King zone. Howling Ford, Grizzly Hills, Zuldrak, Ice Crown, Storm Peaks, Crystal, Song Woods. No one wants that one. Dragon Blight. Hang on, did I fly past the thing yet? No. Sholazar Basin. Yeah, there's that one. Boom, 96,000 gold experience and 9 gold. All right, we got the 2 Nagrand ones. So there's just 2 left in Zangar Marsh, and then we'll have all the Outland ones done. Then I guess Hearthstone back to Dalaran? Ooh, Grim Batol. I'll do a Grim Batol. Please, please don't decline. Please don't decline and screw me. Thank you. We're in. Okay, instant poison here. Deadly poison here. What do we got for classes? Drum buff. Please give me Blessing of Might. Yes. Set focus on the tank. And pick up all 3 of the quests. 1, 2, 3. Good. Sprint to catch up with the group. Oh, wait, someone left the group. The tank left the group. I wonder why that is. Well, we're queued in the Dungeon Finder. Let me remove the experience thing so it doesn't spam so much. Did another tank leave? OMG. Seems that way. Alright, let's look. So we accepted. Quest accepted. Hashinshin Atiesh has left the instance group. They said absolutely nothing. Oh, let's loot this guy. Man, I wish I was out in Eastern Kingdoms getting fires. Now we're stuck in the dungeon. Wait, hang on. Gonna port out of dungeon for a sec while we wait for tank. I'll hop back in as soon as tank joins. We can actually go and continue doing our fires while we wait for this tank to join. So we can go teleport out of dungeon. How long is queue? I don't know how long it'll take for another tank to join. But like one tank joined and then just almost immediately bailed for I don't know what reason. They didn't communicate anything. Alright, so we're going here for one of the fires in this zone. Yeah, look at this other guy's... Maybe he's not. Okay. He didn't stop to get the fire. Wait, is he doubling back now? Who knows what he's doing. Alright, other fire, eastern half of the zone. Wait, we got a tank back. Okay, teleport to dungeon. I don't feel like you experienced any of this crap when you leveled your first rogue. Yeah, honestly, in the past, like, 5 days, I swear the random dungeon finder experience has gotten drastically worse. Like, I've had people just, like, you know, fighting with each other in the dungeon group, vote kicking each other because someone dares to have a green equipped, like getting into all kinds of arguments with each other and causing trouble in the groups. And I just really feel like it didn't happen when I leveled my first 2 characters. Alright, we gotta be on our A game because, you know, our gear is a little behind. We gotta make sure we can perform well, do good, help the group out. What are we doing, Mr. Tank? We chilling? Interrupt. Should have just adrenaline rush at the start of that pull. This is just like a better to use it than not use it type of situation. Ooh. That's if this group is going to use the red dragons. Because I did a dungeon group. I think it was actually the last Grim Batol I was in. They did not use the red dragons, despite my insistence that, hey, shouldn't we use the red dragons to weaken all the trash mobs? They're like, nah, we're just gonna... They actually didn't say anything, but they just went ahead without using the dragons to weaken the trash mobs. Alright, the main thing I want to do while doing this is I want to make sure I kill Trogs. Because that's usually the bottleneck on the quest. Is how many Trogs get killed. Dang it. I don't think I got very many. Alright, see if we can do better on the second pass on the Trogs. We want to do the Trogs because it completes the quest, and the quest will give us more experience, and we'll hit level 85 faster. This is like... There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it. Frick. It was like targeting a bridge or something. It wasn't targeting the ground beneath the trogs. Oh well, maybe we'll get one more Grim Batol and we'll be able to finish that quest.
Reinforce the front. We're being invaded.
Alright, we got all 15 Twilight's Hammer minions, so that's good. Going in the vehicle, the dragon removed my focus target on the tank, so I need to reset that for my Tricks of the Trade focus macro. Yeah, this mace looks kind of goofy. It is a large and green mace. But it's pretty good, and it's pretty cheap. It drops, I can't remember, I think it's in Blackrock Caverns this mace drops. A lot of people running Blackrock Caverns, so if you hit 81 on your rogue, or maybe it comes from Stonecore, can't remember. Either way, it was pretty cheap. I think I spent like 40 gold on it, and it's way better than what I had from Icecrown Citadel in Wrath of the Lich King. You know, big upgrade there for very cheap. I think that's pretty worthwhile. Yeah, like a green lollipop permasmug, yeah. Alright, boss time. Oh, shit.
A million more await my orders. What chance do you have? Attack, you cowardly vermin.
I kill the malignant Trog away from the boss so it doesn't enrage the boss. We're gonna lose our combat guile or whatever, but we're doing the mechanic. It's okay. That Trog Dweller ever gonna die? Just holding my killing spree. Oh shit. Why did it hit me? Alright, whatever. Holding my killing spree, waiting for that thing to die so the killing spree wouldn't hit the Trog. And I wouldn't have, like, wasted killing spree strikes. But then it didn't die, so I had to go with the alternate plan of backing away. I have a Flask of the Winds. I could use that. Oh, shit. These guys... That's 300 agility, Flask of the Winds. Yeah, I'd say I ought to do it. Big bump in performance there. We could use the food buff, too, for 90 more agility. Oh, shit. I'm just going to stay in this. This buff is really good. 50% increased damage dealt. You really want to be in it if you can. And you want the mobs to not be in it. Go food buff, skewered eel. Food buff acquired, sprinting in. Tricks of the Trade. Big blade flurry happening. And then this guy has a good ring. Ring of Dun Algaz. Previous boss had a trinket we could get, but didn't drop. Can I throw a distract on him? Yes. Nice. Buy us a little extra time to clean up these mobs. Perfect. Turn off Blade Flurry, tricks the trade my tank, enter stealth. I wonder if ambush openers are actually good. I learned that you can now ambush with any weapon type. That's new to me. I don't know, though, whether or not it's actually a good idea for me to do an ambush opener. Oh, shit. Simonize 2 is impaled. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. We're back. Killing spree during that red insight for bonus dam. Shield mode. Here you have to make sure you attack him from behind. If you attack him from the front, from his shield direction, he has like a giant damage reduction. You see, my Sinister Strike just hit for 94. Now I'm turning around, it's hitting for thousands. Throngus Finger, parry. When you parry attack, gain dodge. Nope, not for me. Pericles, our healer, says 1 sec, so he might be AFK right now. We'll see if the tank notices, and if we pull more mobs. Here, we can go in, we can sap the closest mob, and let everyone just walk past. I think you can walk past this even without a sap. It might depend on your character levels. And we also have 2 people AFK, so I have to come back here and re-sap this. What the? Why did it move? What? Well, whatever. It's sapped. They can just walk past. That was weird. Alright, they're no longer AFK. They're on the move. Do combat rogues still use Gouge to optimize energy and get 1 combo point? Yeah, I've heard about combat rogues doing that in Cataclysm. It seemed weird to me, so I just decided not to do it. I believe that it's a single target damage increase. Like, the people that tell me that that's good, you know, I trust them. But it just seems weird, and I don't want to do it, so I'm not doing it. I haven't heard anything about using Gouge for extra combo points in Mist of Pandaria. Here's the trade. Blade Flurry up. Killing spree. Oh, shit. Okay, we're pulling it to here. Ambush for 4,500. Non-critical. Oh, let me position this way so I'm blade flurrying both targets. I don't think I was hitting both from the other side there. Oh, wow. They just killed that while we were fighting the other pack. Okay. Let's see. Next boss drops a dagger. I think we would take. It's like it's a slow dagger. It's like a 1.8. But it's way higher weapon DPS than this, so probably an upgrade. Generally, I prefer faster offhand weapons for combat, because they interact with our combat potency talent. 20% chance to generate 15 energy. Boom. I missed a Pandaria, though. That talent changes to have a variable chance to trigger. So it triggers lower percentage chance to trigger on a fast weapon and higher percentage chance to trigger on a slow weapon. So you no longer have this, like, strong preference towards fast offhands. Do those glasses actually help with blue light? Do you notice the difference? I mean, they make my eyes hurt less from staring at a screen. The glasses company claims it's due to blue light blocking. But I can tell you for sure, they make my eyes hurt less. Quick little blade flurry there to help take out that ad. Boom. Oh, shit. Why do I have the aggro of the boss? Blade flurry this thing. There we go. Dagger, maybe? Oh, look at that. Oh, and I got a missive to Cho'Gall quest item. Okay, Widowmaker, Windwalker Blade. I don't know why I called it Widowmaker. That's an item from Classic WoW. Anyways, need that dagger. It's a good pickup. Fever Flare Cloth. Reroll that. What's happening? He's backing up. Something must be wrong. Equip this. Deadly poison it. Oh, he was waiting for the Wormcaller patrol. Okay, I see. That makes total sense. Turn off my Blade Flurry until the Drake shows up. Why does the festival give more experience? Well, there's this buff here that gives bonus experience that you only get from the Fire Festival. So there's 10% on basically everything. And it provides access to the Fire Festival bonfire quest, which we do between our dungeon queues. And if you want a really explanation, there's the !Midsummer command that's in the stream title, and the chatbot will basically tell you everything. Somebody say Fire Festival? Has anyone seen Ja Rule? No, not that kind of Fire Festival. Not a Fire Festival like that. Killing spree. Some good damn here. Ooh, we're in the pool for bonus damage. Let's go. Increases damage dealt 50%. It's gone. Alright, no more Blade Flurry. What do we got? Leg guards of the monkey male. Alright. I do not know what this guy drops. I know he drops an epic chest but that's only on heroic. So we can't get the epic leather agility chest here on normal mode. Slice and dice. Fixes a trade. Some threat onto the tank. 24,000 eviscerate. Love to see that.
The darkest
Here we go.
days are still ahead.
Ooh, that was a extra revealing strike. I didn't need to do a revealing strike there.
Hunger cannot be sated.
Just want one revealing strike per eviscerate.
Come suffering into chaos.
Ooh, only spawns 1 in normal mode. In heroic, this would spawn 2. It looks like no one else is trying to kill the ad but me. Is this thing just typically ignored in normal mode? Move out of that binding shadow. You get heirlooms without a max level. The heirlooms I'm using right now are the cloak and the helmet. And you don't have to be max level to get these, I'm pretty sure. You just have to be friendly with your guild reputation to get the cloak, and revered with your guild reputation to get the helmet. Gale of Shadows, haste, spell power, crap. Mace, dodge strength, also crap. Not what we're looking for. All right, let's go teleport out of dungeon and then back into dungeon. Turn in the 2 quests that we completed. And then we'll requeue for another one. Get rid of that. There are other heirlooms, like from Wrath of the Lich King, that you get at lower levels. Ooh, Helm of Secret Knowledge. That's actually a pretty decent helm. That's good. What do we got here? Gloves. Good. Dungeon quests completed. Alright, teleport out of dungeon. Very good. Leave instance